Hey, what's up guys, it's ElasticSpyder here, and in today's video we've got something a little bit different. I know this is more of a World of Warships focused channel, but today we are going to be looking at some World of Tanks. And in this match, specifically, I'm taking out the Object 140, which is a tier 10 Russian medium, and boy does it look pretty nice. So this tank is, it's a tank. It's got a gun, it's got armor, it's got speed, it's got all these sorts of things that are very, very nice. And I'm having fun with these Russian mediums. They're just a fun package to play. And I go up on this hill originally here just to get some early spots in, and I actually get a nice shot in as well. And the Russian mediums, they don't have the best accuracy, but they do have some pretty good dispersion while on the move. Now here I enter a pretty aggressive position at the start, just so I can get some good shots in and get some good spots in as well, and get some tracking shots on this 277. Now I notice he burns his repair cat, so I'm purposely aiming for his tracks. Now getting that extra little bit of damage is also nice, but obviously that wasn't my goal. I was hoping to get another shot in into his tracks before he went and moved, but looks like he's got a pretty good repair crew, and he's back up and running. Now, I knew I had to get out of there. I was kind of tunnel visioning a little bit on that 277, trying to get him killed, and I did notice that AMX 30B actually did shoot at me, and I did get a little bit lucky there that he didn't pen me, especially with a heat round. So I did get a bit lucky, but I know that I had to back up at that point, and this is kind of where this is the position that I'm at right now. Now you notice that well, I'm bouncing a lot of heat and a lot of APCR rounds, gold and standard rounds, I guess you could say, for the most part. But this armor is actually, it's good enough. I think that's the best way to put it. It's good enough. It'll get you out of some situations where you really were like, really, did I deserve to kind of bounce that? It's got enough armor such that you're able to, you know, bounce some shells on occasion. It's not a very consistent bounce, and I know it probably looked like this was a pretty consistent bounce. You know, they had a couple good free shots on me there, and they didn't penetrate. But I'm telling you, this tank does not have the best turret armor, but it is reliable enough. If you're doing kind of what I'm doing and popping and weaving, you know, this play style, it does allow you to use your armor to that advantage. And since it is just enough, you know, you can barely scrape by with this armor, you are actually quite a difficult target to hit consistently, and that's kind of where the armor plays in, and that's something you have to learn. Like, see there, I was just sitting there out in the open, and my armor didn't really hold up. I do get a nice tracking shot into that 121B, and that leopard decided to shoot, and I got pretty much all his spotting damage. So that's a nice kill there, and I got a good chunk off that 121B, which is also very, very nice. Now here, I kind of noticed that we're starting to lose the one line, and we're definitely losing the mid, so I know that I have to make a pretty aggressive play here if I want to kind of win this game until, you know, before we get totally encompassed by the enemy team. So I realized that this 277 is probably the best target, and I'm taking a risk here. I don't know exactly where their tank destroyer is or their other medium is, but I know I have to kill this guy. And you know, one thing about Russian mediums is they don't really have high alpha, and you kind of saw it there. If I was in a standard medium like a Centurion Action 10 or a M48 Patton, I would have killed him one shot, pretty much guaranteed. But with the Object 140 and other Russian mediums, you do have only a 100mm gun as opposed to 105, so you do get a slightly lower alpha, and that has its trade-offs and benefits. Certainly you get a better reload with the 100mm, but you don't get as high alpha, so it kind of depends on your situation. But there, I thought it didn't really matter because I ended up outgunning that 277 either way. Now here, I was thinking about pushing with my team to their base, but I saw that there's a FV-215B and there's, you know, at least one other tank destroyer that I had known his position, so I decided to go back to base and start farming their push here. And I also noticed that I'm also on the side of this tank destroyer, and obviously the mediums strive at getting side shots. If you can get, that was a bad shot. If you can get side shots in a medium tank, you're doing great. This, you know, that's because obviously if you got side shots, you can pen shots more consistently in medium tanks, because they've got good penetration for the most part, but they also don't have the best. They're not like tank destroyer-esque. So you really have to be more aware of your positioning. And here I'm gonna load some heat. I know it's dirty heat, but actually I don't need it. And now, using some bushes and using cover in front of me, I'm going to start shooting this guy. And I actually do get spotted here. Bit of a risky shot, but I'm going to take it either way. Badger gets me once, but I'm going to get him in return. He should have probably angled a little bit sooner there for my expected shell, but I guess he didn't expect me to come that quickly. But either way, it was a nice shot. Another nice shot there on the move. So again, kind of touching on what we were talking about earlier, Russian mediums have pretty good accuracy while firing on the move, and kind of see that they're it's not the best, but it is, again, just enough to kind of fly by. Now I know Type 5 Heavy has very good armor, so I'm going to switch to gold rounds here, or excuse me, one more, and I'm trying to get out of the way of this guy before he comes and hits me. And realistically, I shouldn't have shot that guy like I did. I should have just aimed my shot instead of wasting another heat round. Kind of a misplay there at the end, but it doesn't matter because I finished the game with a win. Alright guys, so I don't know how to actually download these, but and I forgot to take the screenshots of these, but either way, we're looking at a victory, of course, a mastery badge as well with an ace tanker. I got Spotter, Ribbon, Bruiser, Duelist, Fighter, Fire for Effect. Don't really care about those. All that matters was I made a lot of creds and I got a lot of good XP. In terms of base XP, 1436 base XP. I ended up getting some nice damage there. Got 4 kills, 6,374 damage dealt, which is also quite nice. And then also I want to point out that I did have 4,236 assistance damage. So effectively, I had over a 10k damage game. So I thought it was at least YouTube worthy for the most part. But and I did have some nice damage blocked. For a medium, I guess that's somewhat respectable. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of short and different little video. If you want to watch this replay again, I'll put this link in the description so you can look at it, and then check it out if you like. If you don't, then you don't have to. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys later.